Okay, so some thoughts on safety. Safety is very, very important. I highly recommend before you start shooting, each time, check your bow out for damages. Check to make sure the string's not frayed, it hasn't been cut in any way. Keep your string waxed. Get a good quality bow wax. I highly recommend natural beeswax. It's great stuff. Check your limb tips for damages. Check the tips of the limbs. Ensure your limb isn't twisted, that the string is sitting nice and straight on that bow. Make sure you don't have any limb twists if you got a recurve bow. Take a look at the working parts of the riser. Take a look at the riser itself. Make sure there's no damage. Grab your arrows. Take a look at your arrows. If you're shooting a carbon arrow and you hear a pop or a snap, throw the arrow away. It's damaged, and you don't need that happening when you release that bow and that arrow falling apart. Same thing with wood arrows. Very important. Check your components. Check the inserts to make sure they're solid. Make sure your nocks aren't loose. These are all really important things. I watched a friend of mine on a moose hunt years and years ago blow a shot on an incredible bull moose at 20 yards because he had a damaged nock. He'd been practicing in the morning, that morning, shooting early, and one of his arrows had hit one of the other nocks. He hadn't checked it out, put it in his quiver, sharpened up that broadhead, of course, went out there, excuse me, got a shot at a bull moose, the nock fell apart, the arrow went skidding underneath the moose, and he blew that shot. He's lucky he didn't get injured in the process, but my point is, inspect your equipment, okay? Really simple. When it comes to backstops, you've heard me say this before perhaps, go to the local farmer's market, go out to your farmer, if you know one, buy a couple of bales of hay. Easiest target in the world, will not break the bank. I like covering mine in a just straight up industrial black garbage bag. I duct tape the ends. Super cheap, super safe target for a backstop. Fantastic. Or you can get what I'm sitting on, which of course I've said before is really cheap, simple block target. That coupled with a couple of bays of hail, and you're on your way to practicing traditional archery.